Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now. Hello world, I'm Chris Pirillo, and this is the Locker Gnome Daily Report, or TLDR for short, your daily dose of tech news, gadget views, and answers that you can use. Chicken noodle soup from Campbell's. I grew up on this. I mean, not the physical can, certainly not the food inside the can, but the Campbell's brand. Campbell's, yes, that Campbell's, is hosting an event. Hack the Kitchen. Developers, it's time to think about dinner. If you can create software and you have an idea of what you can do with Campbell's API, yeah, Campbell's has an API, submit your idea on this website. And as you scroll down, you can see more information with the calendar and everything. I am one of the judges. Oh, what could you get? Potentially $50,000. So I hope you can develop or know of someone who can develop. Submit your ideas on hackthekitchen.com right now. Have you scratched your touchscreen device? Well, if you're wondering if there's a way to remove those scratches, the answer is not really. Cole Crupper had emailed me by way of lockergnome.com, which, by the way, you guys should be using if you haven't already. We updated the front of the website so that it's more easy to navigate the new things that we post, and most of our content there is driven by you at this point. He scratched his iPad and was wondering if there was anything he could do to fix it, and unfortunately, no. I really haven't found a solution that really truly works. The best offense is a good defense. Get a screen protector next time. I don't have screen protectors on my touch screens. Well, at least at this point I don't. I have had them in the past, and they've certainly come in handy. It doesn't matter what product has a touch screen, inevitably it's going to see some kind of wear and tear. A good rule of thumb, if you plan on having it for over a year, get a screen protector on that thing. Robert Higginson asked me how to get started with Raspberry Pi. Mind you, I'm not talking about the food product, I'm talking about the computer that everybody seems to love. That thing. No, not the Lego bricks. That computer. That's a full-on computer. It's a computer! Robert says he doesn't know a thing about computer programming. But, according to my pocket expert, Lance Seidman, he was the Sherpa that drove us around CES last week. You met him in the Pirillo vlogs. He says it's really easy to get started with Raspberry Pi, even if you have no programming experience at all. He even tells you how to get started with installing the OS on Windows or OS X or Linux. The bottom line is, they're super affordable, and if you're a geek at heart, you're going to want to get your hands dirty. Experiment. Play. Alexander Ash submitted this on lockergnome.com. What is the best way to store images? Should I let an application such as iPhoto or Aperture take care of storing, or should I use a simple folder naming convention? Well, my suggestion is don't use a photo manager if it is taking those photos and putting it into a single database. So iPhoto is out. I would certainly recommend backing up those images across a variety of drives. If you want to control those drives, cool. Or use cloud drives. Back up your photos to a NAS or a network-attached storage device, potentially even to Google Drive, Dropbox works, SkyDrive. Duplication, that's key. The worst thing that could happen is that you would only back it up in one place, and then if that backup is gone, well, so's your photos. We also posted a couple of other articles on Locker Gnome, including 4 free apps for the iPad. Now, keep in mind there are more than just 4 apps available for the iPad, certainly a lot more than that. When it comes to getting applications for the iPad, I know you guys ask for my recommendations all the time. Happy to give them, by the way. But try them for yourself. They're free, right? You could always delete the app if you didn't like it, and it didn't cost you anything to put on the iPad. I'd say the same thing for any tablet computer or any pocket computer wherein it's easy to install and uninstall applications. I also wrote up a summation of having met with Sascha Pallenberg. He's one of those mobile geeks. I don't know if you're following him everywhere, but I did a separate video with him on YouTube. I mean, well, I posted it to YouTube. It was at CES. Come on, I can't be the only guy you like to follow. Who else should I be following? Who's the biggest mobile geek you know of? Well, no matter. If you have a good question, a detailed question, please submit it on lockergnome.com, and I may be able to address it in a future YouTube video or article on lockergnome.com. I've had that website since 1996. It's a senior. Facebook launches free calling for all iPhone users in the US. I can make calls with this thing? Shock. Here's something fun to do. Scrub through this video and stop it at a random frame, and I guarantee my face will be funny. AT&T expands FaceTime over cellular support to all tiered data plans. I use FaceTime all the time. Probably use it about as much as I do Skype, largely with other family members. Not to say that my family members are large, I'm just saying that by and large Apple's 2013 product roadmap predictions, multiple iPhones, Retina iPad mini, and all Retina MacBook Pros. Oh, rumor mill, when are you ever going to stop? gee, we're going to see some new iPhones, iPads, some refreshes to the MacBook Pros. I'm not exactly sure what to get excited about. New is usually a good thing, but newer isn't always better. Unwired View has posted a photo of the HTC M7, the first image of that's HTC's flagship? Looks like the back of an iPhone 5. Nexus 7 now available to order with a T-Mobile SIM. Carrier expands Nexus 4 retail availability. Let me go ahead and kill two birds with one stone. Every day, someone asks me when they're going to be able to get their hands on a Nexus 4. And the answer, quite simply, is I don't know. I'm not trying to be rude about it. It's just that I genuinely do not know. Nobody seems to know. I guess demand is super high and Google just can't keep up. Samsung Chromebox gets updated with Intel Core i5 Sandy Bridge CPU. Did any of you guys buy a Chromebox? I have no problem with Chrome OS. I have my Chromebook that I use somewhat frequent-ish. Actually, I can't remember the last time I used it. It's nice to have, especially as a guest machine. Dell's bold plan to reinvent itself, a USB-sized PC. That's according to BGR, a USB-sized PC that gives access to Windows, Mac OS, and Chrome OS? I remember when computers were expensive and big. What happened to those days? Our question of the day brought to you by GoDaddy.com. If you want to save money on anything that you get through GoDaddy, email me first and I will send you the latest list of coupons that I have, Chris@Pirillo.com. And the question comes in through LockerGnome.net. Do you know of any good paid survey sites? Well, my answer is no, and generally speaking, a lot of those things are scams. Everybody has a different experience, and I'm sure there are legitimate paid survey sites, just that you gotta watch out. Oh, and speaking of getting something for nothing, the photo sharing and social commerce network of Lockers, not to be confused with Locker Gnome, closed down its San Diego office and laid off around 30% of its Seattle staff. If you're using Lockers, be careful. I'm just saying, they laid off a lot of people. And while this is definitely not a paid survey site, it has worked for me. Go.tagjag.com/free points. The link is in this video's description. You use that application on your iOS device and you download sponsored applications and you share the link with friends, just kind of like how I shared the link with you, and you can generate points. In fact, I have enough right now to get $200 from PayPal. Not a scam. I've used it. I've got the money. It works. The last thing I would want to do is recommend something that didn't work. Here's the thing though. There's really no such thing as easy money. You're gonna have to work for it. Have you thought about using Fiverr.com? I have a Fiverr offer out there. Not many people take advantage of it, but it's still out there. Maybe I should just do shout-outs for $5. How much money could I make? Well, if I got 4, that'd be $20. If you know of a good way to make money online that's fully legitimate, drop me a line, Chris@Pirillo.com. I would love to take a look and certainly make the recommendation if it really does work. Even if you don't like making money, online or offline, that's okay. We're very grateful that you're a part of our community, that you love liking and sharing our videos, and submitting really good detailed questions on LockerGnome.com, because we cannot do this without you, our community. So, thank you. We'll see you later.